How does it feel when it's quiet and calm? And will I be denied? How will it feel when it's time to move on? Mother says kneel and pray. When it gets hard, I won't roll those sleeves. Life can be so unkind. I will be found on the edge of the world, where there'll be no one around. Oh, solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground. How does it feel to be on your own? No one to understand. I know I'm here and I don't belong. I'm on my knees today. When it gets dark, I won't know no fear. Life can be so unkind. Hanging around on the edge of the world, finally no one around.
Me and Daniel Garcia, we were supposed to have that number one contenders match. It didn't get to happen. Now it looks like him and I are going to be in there one-on-one, and I'm going to beat the shit out of that kid for real, for real. All I care about is taking out Christian Casanova and then winning the title.
Solid ground.
And it is for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. Your referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by the Kings of the Rings podcast.
My favorite podcast.
Wanna live like a movie. Lights, camera, action, your wife is a groupie. Your mom is my biggest fan, sister love my jewelry. Never seen something like this, they ask Rosie. Wanna live like me, my life like a movie. Lights, camera, action, your wife is a groupie. Your mom is my biggest fan, sister love my jewelry. Never seen something like this, they ask Rosie. Who is he? My life like a movie. Scarface, Montana jacuzzi. Action-packed, long hitters and Uzis. Picture this, flashing cameras and groupies. Diamonds in my jewelry, your mind is all foolery. There's nothing you can do to me, I keep the fucking jewel on me. Who is he? A motherfucking nightmare. Daydreaming in my night airs, reclining in my chair. Shades on, but the vision is still clear. You used to be dope like Roy Jones. Now you're Roy Clone, I'm coming for your throne. A warning, it can spawn. Used to push the rock, avoid the cord. But of course, you stripped my life down short. Show no remorse, at all costs. I'm a boss, if you ever seen one. Lights, camera,
Back to the corners, back to the corners.
Introducing first, the challenger to my left, hailing from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 187 pounds, Red Death, Daniel Garcia!
I'm looking past you, trust me. Trust me.
Introducing the champion, hailing from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, top talent, Christian Casanova!
It is very rare that somebody gets to write their own ending in a story. Christian Casanova has spent the last 6 years writing his. And tonight here at Double Vision, he'll have one last shot to compete in a Limitless wrestling ring and go out the way that he wants to. Randy Carver, you have seen Christian Casanova evolve from someone so hungry for a shot into the top talent that runs Limitless Wrestling. And tonight, we do it one more time.
The bell has sounded and we're off. The two men who closed the 2020 Vacation Land Cup with the championship on the line, now going head-to-head in singles action. Both men at 100%, and Christian Casanova looking to do just like Anthony Green did on his way out of Limitless Wrestling. Retain the championship, vacate it for future opportunities for the roster, and go out on top here in Limitless Wrestling after 6 years, like you said, from starting on the very first show, working his way up the card, reinventing himself, an absolute metamorphosis we've seen throughout the history of Limitless Wrestling of Christian Casanova. And it all leads to this, with Daniel Garcia here tonight, the top prize in Limitless on the line, his first championship defense here tonight in Yarmouth, Maine.
There's a lot of respect from Christian Casanova to Daniel Garcia. These two were supposed to battle in a #1 contenders match before the pandemic took a hold of things. Then we saw what they had to go through, hell and back, just to get to the main event of the Vacation Land Cup, where then they proceeded to go to war. And now, Christian Casanova, as he gets doubled over there, Christian Casanova in his final Limitless Wrestling match. He could have had any opponent to pick from, Randy. But Daniel Garcia, he knows that's the guy that deserves to be standing across the ring from him.
I mean, I think Daniel Garcia proved that at the Vacation Land Cup, going toe-to-toe with, I don't think it's an argument, the best technical wrestler in North America, maybe the world, Lee Moriarty, and able to escape that, able to move on to the main event, and as you said, an absolute battle. And I don't want to look over J.D. Drake and Alec Price, who were in that match as well, but these two showed up, showed out, and either man could have walked out as the champion. It was
And we didn't get to see them. Look at Christian Casanova.
the torque on that arm jump.
Brilliant rope break there by Daniel Garcia, though.
I don't know if I've really seen anyone in Limitless Wrestling with the absolute ring presence of Daniel Garcia. It's like he lives in a ring. He knows his way out of any hold. He can get to the ropes. He can break it and keep himself at least fighting for a few more minutes.
And we were talking about it earlier with Kevin Blackwood, the level of training that those Buffalo boys put in. It's an elite level of training, not just your conditioning, but you put yourself in a position where inside the ropes you are at home. There's nowhere else you feel more comfortable. And right now, as these two try to feel each other out here, it's a real treat. Look at this.
Christian Casanova matching the ground game of Red Death Daniel Garcia, who's trying to fight his way out. Oh, using the limbs.
I was saying, this is a real treat here. Rolls him over out of the cover. It's a real treat here because in that Vacation Land Cup final, they were so tired after going through so much. And yeah, they had a great little match there at the end. But now we've had months between this. They've had their chances to game plan. This has potential to be an all-time classic here in Limitless in what will be Christian Casanova's last match.
And I agree, the preparation certainly is going to play a factor here as Daniel Garcia just can't seem to find a way to get a step ahead of the top talent here early on.
Don't sleep on me.
When you hear that, Christian Casanova says, don't sleep on me.
Can you imagine sleeping on Christian Casanova after everything that he's proven here in Limitless Wrestling? From the days where he was dancing to Billie Jean to squaring up for the most prestigious prize in all of New England.
Absolutely. Daniel Garcia, look at him. Did you see? Trying to bury his fist in the abdomen of Christian Casanova. Turning it back and forth. That's going to feel very poorly. The knuckles just grinding into your body, and now a hammerlock here on Christian right around to the side headlock.
Everyone watching this match right now is so intent, just trying to get into the minds of these two competitors.
I mean, every move just matters so much. One bad movement, and Christian can hit that sucker kick immediately. Daniel Garcia has so many submissions in his repertoire. It's so easy for him to get you in a bad position to really take you into deep water, and sometimes there's no way to swim out.
He's wearing Christian down here. And that's what you have to do with someone like Christian Casanova, who, when he can tap into his athleticism, there's really no way you can stand up with him. So Daniel Garcia, his strength is that ground game. Try to accentuate your positives and hide your weaknesses.
That's the way to do it. Back against the ropes here. Referee Eric Greenleaf implementing the count. Daniel Garcia immediately turning around. Not letting himself, even for a half second, get in a vulnerable position with Christian. Whoa! He was thinking chop instead! A big kick connecting. Wow, what a leapfrog from Christian. The ups are insane, but Daniel Garcia can match it any day.
Look how intense this has gotten so quickly, Randy.
Ooh. And the first big blow goes to Garcia. Big shoulder tackle, dropping Christian, sending him hard into the corner, and a big hip toss from Red Death.
That's not going to put Christian Casanova there.
Well, it's not, but hey, he's forcing Christian to exert energy with every single kick out of every cover he makes. Eventually, that's going to add up, slowly but surely.
This feels like one of those 12-round boxing matches where there's a lot of feeling each other out, and then all of a sudden, that burst. And it's, can you land the knockout blow in that burst?
We talked about Daniel Garcia's preparation, but I think Christian matches that level of elite training from the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. He's in a ring multiple times a week, and just, they're training like high-level athletes. You know what I mean? They're not taking any breaks, no rest.
Ooh, catches his hand. Okay, locking up. Look at this.
Christian trying to get him airborne. Whoa, Christian goes airborne right over the top. Rolls him through. Uh-oh. Garcia will pick the leg looking for the stomp, but nobody home.
Christian Casanova knows what's coming, Randy. Leapfrog.
So does Daniel Garcia.
Using the ropes to his advantage. Look for that deep arm drag. Misses.
Oh, look for the leg drop there. Christian able to roll out of the way. Rolls through onto his feet. See you later, Dan.
He reverses it. Slaps the drop kick out of the way and lands with one of his own.
Pinpoint precision from the top talent.
reminding everyone he is the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, at least for the duration of this match. And I think that brings up the point, Randy, we need to talk about it. If Christian Casanova wins this match, he's going to do exactly what Anthony Green did, and he will vacate the title, and someone else will have to earn that opportunity just like he had to. If not, it belongs to Daniel Garcia.
Well, we've seen Christian talking on Twitter. He's proposed another Vacation Land Cup, the very event, the very tournament where Christian went all the way and became Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
And maybe that's something that has to happen, but Red Death Daniel Garcia wants no part of that. He's gone through hell and back once, doesn't want to do it again, but in order to walk away with that Limitless Wrestling World Championship, he may just have to.
Keeping Christian down, though, at least for the moment, Daniel Garcia has to stay on top of it. Snapmare sends him forward. Oh, driving his knee right into the spine. It's got to send shockwaves up and down your back if you're Christian Casanova.
Look at the mental plotting going on with Daniel Garcia right now as he circled Christian Casanova, that pacing. It's almost morbid as he tries to hook the leg, but it's almost morbid where you can see the method to his madness. It's in his facial expressions, and it makes him so dangerous, like what we just saw there.
Yeah, you can see the gears turning, and you know it's not good for whoever he's in the ring with. Christian, luckily, thus far, has at least had an answer for most everything. But a forearm right to the side of the back, it looked like right there. Elevated and dropped with the back suplex. Garcia into the cover. And I think that's the first 2 count of the contest, John.
Yeah, it was. And Christian Casanova starting to show some signs of wear and tear here, shaking off the cobwebs a little bit. And it's not easy to get Christian Casanova in that kind of position either.
Incredible stamina. This dude can just take so much punishment, too, as we saw the Vacation Land Cup going through CJ Cruz in the opening round. What a chop. Painting the chest red, no pun intended.
Think about it, that match, how much work CJ Cruz had to do just to even keep it competitive. Red Death Daniel Garcia, though, right now is in absolute high gear. He's having the best run of his career. This is a guy, we tell the story in every single match, but he's still not all that long. Goes for the cover. He's still not all that long removed from a traumatic car wreck that maybe put his pro wrestling career in jeopardy, and now he's trying to show everyone, I am the top talent, not Christian Casanova.
And this dude's so young, too. He's so fresh into the professional wrestling business, conducting himself like a 10 or 15-year pro.
I got a form in his face. Why are you counting? Come on. How is that illegal?
And Daniel Garcia barking at the referee now.
Take a look who it is. So.
Oh! Once again, driving a knee into the back of Christian Casanova. That took something out of him, too.
Crowd here not happy about that. Firmly behind Christian Casanova. They've seen Christian rise up the ranks here in Limitless Wrestling.
Wait a second, John. That knee pad, the sock just came down at Daniel Garcia, exposing that right knee. I don't like this for Christian at all.
I certainly do not either.
And he didn't see that. He has no idea.
Well, he's able to avoid it.
Daniel Garcia maybe looking for a kill shot there early. Oh!
Knees to faces.
Casanova back to his feet.
Springboard.
Oh, but connecting with Garcia hard. What a collision.
We haven't seen much from him so far. Catches the leg, ducks the other.
Right to the back of the head.
He held his leg there, trying to remind everyone, I'm the best at what I do, and he's about to show it again.
No luck on the remix leg drop. Back elbow from Garcia, who's bending him over the top rope.
Greenlee's got to break this.
He's implementing the count, but he's got till 5. He's got the extent of that 5 count. And Daniel Garcia, hey, as much as we don't like it, John, it's smart. He knows how to utilize that 5 count.
It is, and it goes back to what you were talking about before. There's no place that Daniel Garcia is more comfortable than between those 4 turnbuckles.
And there's nowhere he won't go to get this Limitless Wrestling World Championship. But Christian looking for the remix leg drop right across the throat, pumping off the middle rope.
He got it that time, but just not enough. As Daniel Garcia, you're going to have to wear him down more than just that. Again, Garcia has controlled the majority of this matchup. Christian Casanova fighting from behind a position he's not all that used to here in Limitless.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when you get a leg crashing down from the skies on your throat. That's going to cause some problems for Daniel Garcia. Oh, a little back kick right there. Little disrespect. Oh! Open hand slap from Garcia. Jeez! What a driver there by Daniel Garcia! Only 2 from referee Eric Greenleaf. Garcia starting to turn it on in those pivotal moments. I think a little frustration starting to set in as well.
And I'm watching across the ring, Randy. Do you see who's sitting there by the entranceway?
Kevin Blackwood, watching intently just like everybody here, but I think he's got to feel it on another level. His boy's in there right now, his training partner, his traveling companion. He's got to be pulling for Red Death in what could possibly be the biggest match of his young career.
I think what Red Death has done for Kevin Blackwood these last few months, for them to walk out of there with the championship. A vicious stomp from Daniel Garcia. Look at his eyes, Randy.
That's a chest-caving kick right there from Garcia. Christian Casanova trying to catch his breath. I bet that knocked the wind out of him. I can't imagine having a stomp with that force crashing down on your chest and an uppercut to follow it up.
Now just wearing down that midsection.
Look at him driving himself into the abdomen. That looked closed. That looked like a closed
fist. It certainly did, and I think he even shook off his hand there. And Christian Casanova, this isn't the way you want your title reign to end. Back to the proverbial wall here. Trying to show some fight, but Daniel Garcia's just got an answer for everything.
Oh my goodness. And I think he's got something dastardly planned. Tucking Christian's legs to the outside of the ring ropes, maybe thinking superplex as he fights to get the arm.
Casanova chopping at his knee.
Now that's a way to chop a guy down.
Very much so.
I don't see that very often.
And we also know how lethal Daniel Garcia is on his feet, but
give me a break!
Daniel Garcia, you talk about ring awareness. Well, he knew where the referee was and used it to his advantage.
That's potentially grounds for a disqualification. You got to be careful if you're Daniel Garcia with so much on the line.
And now I think, Randy, he has every piece he needs to pull this off. There they go.
Superplex from Garcia, holding on, rolling through. Oh, but the culture cutter from Christian!
Where did Christian Casanova get that from? Where did he have to go to pull that out?
You gotta dig down deep in these main event matchups, John. It's all on the line. As referee Eric Greenleaf now implementing to count both competitors down here in our main event, Double Vision for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship.
John Alba and Randy Carver here in Yarmouth made this match, of course, presented by the Kings of the Rings podcast on Wrestle Addict Radio. We thank all of you for tuning in tonight for what has been a very special show, and it's a very special match. Christian Casanova's final Limitless Wrestling match. Title on the line.
Throwing the first shot, connecting to the jaw of Garcia. Garcia's spent. Dazed.
He wants more, Randy.
Of course he does. He always wants more. You saw what he said when the announcement came out about the first defense. All he knows is defense, man.
Stirring to his feet. Can't even get there. I think back to the Vacation Land Cup where Daniel Garcia, his shoulder nearly fell out. Like it was almost disconnected. The pain he went through to try to earn that shot. Now, it's so tangible. It's right in front of him, literally and figuratively. What depth will he go to, though?
This is the best shot he's had. Coming in at 100%, but Christian Casanova, so tough to game plan for. It's so tough to have a strategy for someone just as agile. The incredible athleticism from Christian Casanova that we've seen on display thus far.
I talked about this being a boxing fight earlier, Randy. Slowing the pace down a little bit. Picked up by the Least German there by Daniel Garcia.
Oh my God, charging into the super kick. Pops him up into the shot. Woo! Step up into Gurry, but a big boot from Garcia.
Off the ropes. Pops up into the knee.
Daniel Garcia with a John Woo-style dropkick. Christian Casanova hitting the canvas in a heap.
What a main event we have here at Double Vision, Randy. Both men down. Expended all their energy to this point.
It's so evenly matched. It's so we keep finding ourselves in this scenario because Neither man can really get in a position to hit something big, to hit that kill shot, and to really solidify a victory for themselves.
And they know each other so well. You can talk about scouting, but it's inherent at some point where you just know what's coming, and your body is just on autopilot.
I mean, they've shared a locker room here for at least 2 years, if not more. So that time alone, I mean, you become very familiar with someone that you're on, shows once a month with, watching all the time.
And look at it, Christian Casanova there.
Wow.
Wrenching the ears back.
Yeah, that's a little payback for earlier.
I got to give Christian Casanova credit on this. We know Daniel Garcia. Look at again.
Handful of hair.
Christian Casanova knows that Daniel Garcia is so good at targeting limbs, and he hasn't been able to do that this match.
Uh-oh. Here comes Red Death, though, quickly grabbing hold of the top talent. Trying to elevate him in the air with Christian. 2 knees drilled into Daniel Garcia.
How about 2 for 1?
What a spring there, coming down with the knee right in the throat of Daniel Garcia. Pinning him between the knee and the turnbuckle. Garcia onto his feet. Christian looked for the spring,
Look at
but
this. Look at that!
oh no! He's got Christian down!
He's got him down!
Bad position, but he tried to crash that foot in. Christian
did.
got a grip around it.
He did. That was the smartest thing Christian Casanova's done this entire match, because Daniel Garcia cannot cinch this in entirely. And now he's trying to fight out here.
Yeah, trying to pull that leg away. Rolling backwards, shoulders down! Only 2! There's the sucker kick! I don't know if he got all of it right
I don't
there,
think he did,
but
but it might be
enough of it! Oh! So close for Christian, but still so far.
And remember how Christian won the title. He had to go to the top rope. He had to pull out all the stops. Hasn't quite got in there yet, Randy.
Come on.
What the hell does he have to do at this point? I mean, that's got to be the thought running through Christian's mind. I think Daniel Garcia's mind just a few moments ago, though.
And think about the emotions going through Christian Casanova's head right now. This is not a normal match. 1, it's your first title defense. Number 2, it's your last one.
I mean, it's been an emotional day here regarding Christian Casanova, everybody involved. So many people here have been here since day one. They've witnessed this metamorphosis that Limitless fans have as well.
Gets caught.
Turning him inside out with the clothesline! Garcia could be the new Limitless Wrestling World Champion!
Daniel Garcia!
Only 2! Oh my God, that's as close as you can get! That's as close as you can possibly get without crowning a new champion! The pile driver! Spiking him into the ring! And it's still not enough, John, to defeat Christian Casanova!
Christian Casanova's arm is still up. He gave everything. That was it, Randy. That was the end of his run here in Limitless Wrestling. Yet somehow,
that kick out might have been the last bit of energy he had, though.
and that's something to watch here. But look at Daniel Garcia. He's tired too. Look at the wounds on his back. You can see those red welts.
Yeah, he's looks like on his shoulder blade, near blood. And I'm not surprised at the impacts, the kicks, the strikes he's taken in this match. It's a battle.
Stirring to his feet. Stirring silence falls across the crowd here too.
He's
Very-
stalking Christian.
Very intense move here, Randy.
I don't know if I've really felt an atmosphere so intense here at the Yarmouth Amvets. Oh, come on! He's in the ropes, damn it! Driving
Really,
the
you gotta
stomps!
break this up.
He's got till the count of 5! And he knows it! Drilling stomps down into Christian. Once again, Daniel Garcia just proving he really knows that wrestling rule book.
Look at him talking to himself.
Be calm.
Telling himself, be calm.
He knows the gravity of the situation he's in. You can't lose your cool. You cannot risk a disqualification in a match of this magnitude. When are you going to get another shot?
Casanova dropping to a knee. Randy, I'm going to be real. I don't know how much more Christian has. Trying to power him up for one more pile driver, maybe.
Those clubs just take the life out of him. Trying to elevate Christian up, lowering his center of gravity, though, trying to make it impossible for Daniel Garcia to lift him up. But he's got control of the arm, driving the elbows in the side. Break a rib. Uh-oh, he's got him elevated here.
Taking power bomb.
Christian fighting off with
No
shots.
buckle bomb.
Oh, man!
Wait a minute!
Dirty Diana!
Where'd that come from?
Christian, still the champion? No! Only a 2 count.
Here we go, Randy. This is how he won the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. It was Dirty Diana. Into the sucker kick, he went to the top.
He's gonna go airborne one more time, it looks like.
Do you believe in deja vu?
Daniel Garcia to his feet, staggering. Here comes Christian. No water in the pool. Whoa, Daniel Garcia! Turning him inside out with a knee.
Hooks the arms. No, Randy, no. Oh my God! Dropping him on his head!
Christian's lifeless. Christian's lifeless as Daniel Garcia turning him over.
Oh my God! 2 7/8. And he's back up. Daniel Garcia, Cena goes, and now he's trying to put him to sleep. Christian Casanova trying to hang on to all that he loves. Christian Casanova trying to bite down to stay alive.
He's going limp. He's
Sucking
going
the
limp.
life out of him.
He can't get any wind.
Is he gonna call it? Sucking the life out of him.
Christian trying to turn his head over. Oh no! A deeper hook from Garcia.
Garcia pressing down the referee, checking Christian.
That's it! We've got a new champion!
And new Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Red Daniel Garcia!
From wrecked and shredded metal on the side of a country road to the center of the ring, holding the most precious piece of gold in all of New England. Daniel Garcia is the new Limitless Wrestling World Champion. Christian Casanova's career has come to a close here in Limitless Wrestling.
Daniel Garcia now puts his name in the record books alongside Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Anthony Green, and now the former Limitless Wrestling World Champion, the top talent, Christian Casanova.
Christian Casanova. His journey, well, it's well documented. We've seen it evolve unlike any other talent here in Limitless Wrestling. And now, as one final thank you, the Limitless faithful bid him farewell. And we bid you farewell tonight. We thank you for tuning in here on IWTV to Double Vision. Christian Casanova, thank you.